Hi, this is Andy from Home to Garden, and this morning I'm going to take you through how to install a new shower head. So this could be because you're replacing your old shower head because it's broken, or otherwise you're looking to upgrade. So today you're going to need for this job a spanner, an Allen key, which should come with your kit for your new shower, and a roll of Teflon. So follow me and I'll take you through how to do this job, and I'll save you some time and money. Okay, so the first part of the job is to remove the old shower head. We won't have to turn off the mains to do this. As long as these taps are turned off, then there'll be no water coming out of the shower. Now we're going to remove the shower head. You'll need your adjustable spanner for that. So what we'll do is you put it either side of the nut, on the square of the nut, and tighten the spanner up until it's tight. And then we're going to start turning the shower head anti-clockwise. So you may need both hands to do this because it's been on there for a while, it could be quite tight. You start to turn it and it will become loose. As it becomes loose, you can take it by the shower head itself and continue to turn the shower. Now remember, there may be some water in the shower, so as you take it off, that may splash out on you. We continue to turn until it comes loose and it drops off. Okay, now we need to go through some preparation. So if you are installing a new shower head, we need to check what's in the box. And today we're going to install a dual shower head. In the box we have the flange, which will screw directly onto the thread coming out of the wall. We have the outlet, which is a dual outlet in this particular one, which goes over the flange, and we use the Allen key that comes in the box to tighten that on, which I'll show you later. The process is very similar if you're installing just a single arm, but today we're going to use a dual shower. So the dual shower has an arm which attaches to the overhead shower head, and then a hose which is for your handheld shower. So as part of the process of preparation, we need to remove Teflon from around the thread and the cover plate from the old shower. So sometimes the Teflon can get stuck around the thread, so you just take a knife and carefully cut the Teflon away, and then you can start removing it from around the thread. Once the Teflon is off, you'll be able to remove the cover plate from the thread, and then it's ready for the new installation. If you're going to install a shower head similar to what you had before, which is just a single arm, then that will come with a cover plate in the kit. So we first place that over the thread, and we take our Teflon to apply to the thread. So the Teflon is to fill the gaps in the thread to stop it from leaking. So what we do to apply the Teflon is we hold it in position with our left hand whilst turning it around the thread until it's lapped over itself. This will keep it tight, and then we'll rotate it around the thread clockwise until count to 10. This will make sure the thread is full, so when we thread the head on, it won't leak. When it's 10 turns have been done, just break the Teflon. We take the head and we line up the nut, and we'll just turn that a couple of times until the thread takes. That way it's not going to cross thread before we start using our spanner. Once it's on and it's getting a little bit tight, take our adjustable spanner, we open it up to the square on the nut, and then tighten it, and now we're going to turn it clockwise. Keep turning it clockwise until it feels tight or it's sitting flush on the backing plate. Make sure that you finish with this nut either to the left or the right, as that will make it into a flat position for the shower head. Now I'm going to show you how to install a dual shower head. It's a similar process, but it's just slightly different is that the flange that comes in the kit with the shower will actually screw straight onto the thread that's coming out of the wall. The same as the other, we will be using Teflon to make sure that it doesn't leak. So you apply the Teflon by holding with your left hand, keeping it tight, and turning the Teflon around until it goes over itself so you can pull it tight. You're going to do this 10 times around the thread. you're going to apply this. You start by just threading it on by hand until it goes a couple of turns, just to make sure it doesn't cross thread. You take your adjustable spanner, just tighten it up on the square of the nut on the end and turn it clockwise. You're going to continue to turn this clockwise until it is flush with the wall. Now it will start to get tight, so you'll have to use both hands. Just keep turning until it's touching the tile. Like so. Okay, so the next step is to put the double outlet onto the flange. So the double outlet has two outlets, one at the top here, one at the bottom. The larger one will go to the top and the smaller one to the bottom. So what you're going to do is line it up, push it over the O-rings until it touches the back cover plate. It's important at this point to make sure that both the top and the bottom are in line with each other. Then we're going to tighten up the two grub screws. There's one here at the bottom and one at the top. So we're going to use our Allen key to do that. Now we're going to install the overhead shower. We'll take the arm for the shower head and the shower head. So what we're going to do is first is thread the shower head onto the thread of the arm. That will go in a clockwise motion on the thread. Once it's on, we can just spin it into position. Take our adjustable spanner onto the nut, tighten it up and turn it a quarter of a turn until it feels tight. And now we're going to put the overhead shower head into place. So we're going to line up the brass section with the top of the outlet, and there's two O-rings. We're going to push it down until it's flush. Then we drop the nut into position and tighten that up. It's important at this point to make sure that the shower head is directly over your head, so it's in a square position. And then we take our spanner and position it on the nut on the square. And then we're just going to give it a little tweak whilst keeping the shower head in position. Okay, so as you can see, this model doesn't have a shower rail. If you have one with a shower rail, you will have to drill into the tiles. I'd advise against you doing that yourself, as what can happen is you can break a tile, then you have big problems. So I'd get a professional to help you. So the last step to installing our shower is to install the handheld shower. Now the handheld shower comes with a hose. You'll see that both ends of these are one is slightly larger than the other, and the smaller one has a slight cutout for the spanner. That's the end that will go up onto our outlet. So what we do is we screw that on by hand, turning it clockwise. You do that tight. Then we take our spanner just onto the edges where it's square and give that a little quarter turn. Then we take our shower head and we screw that on to the thread. Be careful because that's normally plastic, so make sure you don't cross thread it. Just tighten that up by hand, and then we sit the shower head into the cradle. And here you have your new shower installed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found my video very helpful. Now don't forget, if you have a problem, call a professional. If you did like my video, press the like button below and send it on to your friends and family. If you have any ideas for some handy tips, please leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to review them. I will be posting some more videos here soon, so be sure to follow me. You've been watching Andrew from Home to Garden. I'll see you soon.